Sarah Jacobson, Marketing Artfully. So today we are going to be talking about how to do ads in your Etsy promoted listings. If you do a search for any product, so I'm going to do real estate planner in my Paperly. So real estate planner, you're going to see that ads come up. So we have an ad for real estate, 4 ads for real estate planner, and you can tell because if you look at the top left corner, it says ad. And then here's the real listings. Now this third one is my real estate planner. And then you have real estate planner. So it's kind of a mix. All of us are, if you pay to promote, you wind up ranking better because you sell more, so you rank better. But as you go down, you'll see as we come up on these guys, here's an ad for mine. So you're actually able to show up a couple of times on each search for your listing if you're doing those promoted listings, meaning you've paid to promote your listings within Etsy. So this is where you find it. You're going to go to marketing and you're going to do promoted listings. Google Shopping would be if you were paying for promotions on Google. I haven't found that my products cost enough to really make that effective. So by the time I've paid enough for them to show up in Google, I don't make enough for it to really be effective. But for me, this is my digital product store. And over the last month, you can change this amount from month to whatever. I have spent $30 and made $64, which is amazing because there's no effort in my part. All I do is I pay the money. There's no cost. They're digital products. They get shipped out. I pay Etsy the seller's fee, and we're all good. So if I'm making more on this than I'm paying, I'm doing great. I might even be okay with making the same amount as I paid because then I would be getting people favoriting my shop. I would be getting new buyers. I love that it's over, but it just depends on what you're trying to do. This could be a like what's called a loss leader in marketing, where you would actually be looking at you know, maybe paying a little bit more than you make, but you're getting people into your ecosystem. Now let's look at this. So this is for the last month. I had 4 orders, and you can sort by any of these, like which costs less. So average cost per click. So you can see, was it 26 cents? So I'm probably spending more for the Etsy Sellers Planner. They say automatically they're going to do 12 cents, but they're starting to do that. And I'm seeing I'm not having any revenue from that. So there were 19 clicks, no revenue. I don't usually judge things on a month-by-month basis because it could be that you just had a bad month, like the Etsy people are busy or they're not busy or whatever. I like to do a year or last 6 months. You can do a specific date, so you could say the last 6 months. But if we looked at last year, let's take a peek at that. So I spent $400-ish to make $1,000. I will do that all day long because it's just free money for me. Here we see the average cost per click was 28 cents. It cost me $100. I made $300. So I tripled my money. It says it's going to automatically do 33 cents. That was the average. So I'll tell you the difference right now between the last month and the all-time is because I'm talking to you at the very end of February, beginning of March, and people are not buying planners right now, so my cost for that is probably going down right now. Okay, so we're going to look now at orders because that's what really matters to us. So this is last year. So how many orders did I do? 17, that's my best seller. Direct sales planner, 15. Now, this is very nice. You can toggle this off and on if you decide you don't want to do that. The things that are toggled off, I had paid a wee little bit of money, made some money, but I toggled it off because I don't want to waste my clicks on items that are too low price to really make me money. This one sells for $5. I sold 5 of them, and See $5, you can see there. And so I have it toggled on. I wouldn't really want to do my lower priced items. So number one, you could toggle on and off any of your items. Let's talk about here. If you want to turn the whole program on and off, you would click on manage. You would turn it on and off here. I do $1 a day, and you can say advertise new listings automatically or not. And then this little advanced session is set up your maximum cost per click. I don't mess with that because I can go in here and do it over here on your bid. You just toggle over it and it does that thing. Okay, this is another really good reason to do promoted listings. You can see I have real estate printable planner, real estate marketing, and this is how many impressions I'm getting, 99, high click rate. So that means that a lot of people who are seeing that are clicking through real estate planner. So printable planner, real estate planner are really good for me. If you're trying to do your SEO and you're trying to figure out new keywords, doing some promoted posts is a really good way to do that. Now let's look at my other store because it's a little bit different. I am a vintage seller. So we're going to go to my promoted listings. I'm a vintage seller, and so this is going to be a little different. Remember how we said the revenue was going to be, so this is last year. I had it set on last year, so I'm going to go to the last month. Last month, we'll see what's been going on lately. The reason I do it for my vintage pieces is this silver-lidded candy butler dish is probably not going to be a really strong, like there's not a lot of searches for it. So if I'm going to do this, I would really like to get some visibility for that. So it cost me 10 cents total to sell a $19.95 item. Think about that though. I also had the cost of goods to buy it. So it's a little different than if you're doing a digital product. You have to factor in your cost of goods. So I believe my cost of goods for something like that would have been $5 to $10. And then I have a little bit of cost to do Etsy, but paying 10 cents is not crazy. Now let's see things that have a really high cost. This has a really high cost, the Brownie Hawkeye Flash, but it has a $50 price tag. So I would probably pay up to $10 to promote it. This one, food photography, it's a $159 item. I'm paying $246 so far. I'm totally fine with that. My food photography does really well. This guy is not doing so good. The red vintage scissors, I'm paying 12 cents a click. It's a $12 item. I would probably turn that one off. This vintage sconce is $139. I've paid 83 cents. I'm more than happy to pay 83 cents for that. This one I have paid, now we're getting into, I'm paying $1 a month to promote it, and I'm kind of okay with that. This is a really cool doorstop. So you really want to just take a peek as you go through and really calculate that for yourself. This month, this last month, I paid 30 and made 80. So that's not as good. But in the Etsy algorithm, making sales helps all of your things show up in search, so you make more sales. I'm happy to do it, but I have to watch this a lot more because I have a cost of goods for this. So if I was paying $80 and making $80, I'm actually losing money because I have the cost of like 2.5% to Etsy. I have the cost for the credit card processing. I have the cost of the items I bought. So I would be losing money every month. But this way I'm not losing money and I'm making less money, but not significantly less money. And if you look at my last year, you'll see when I spent that $328 to get the revenue, that's 60 orders I never would have had, and 6,000 clicks I never would have had. That would hurt my business considerably if I didn't have all those people coming in and seeing. Hopefully that helps. Talking about promoted ads listings in Etsy. Tara Jacobson, Marketing Artfully.